Many times children begin to feel very concerned as they notice a parent becoming more forgetful. Maybe an illness gets worse, or mom or dad now stumbles and falls. If you or a loved one fit this scenario, home care is an option that can provide help and safety for an elderly or infirm person who needs assistance with routine activities of daily living. There are some challenges in getting Medicaid to pay for it, but our elder law attorneys have solutions to satisfy these Medicaid requirements. Currently, the cost for 8 to 12 hours of daily care is approximately $4,800 to $7,200 a month. If 24-hour-a-day care is eventually needed, that expense could increase to over $10,000 monthly. It may look like there are so many obstacles to get benefit of Medicaid. Many people incorrectly believe that they cannot achieve Medicaid eligibility because to qualify for Medicaid coverage, a single person can only have asset amount of $15,150. Therefore, if you have a Medicaid Asset Protection Trust, all of your assets are protected more than $15,150. And if you have a pooled income trust, you are required to contribute any income you receive over $862 per month toward the cost of your care. On the surface, there are so many restrictions to get the great benefit of Medicaid for regular people who owns the house and some income from their assets.
Let me explain what we can do to you. We are Super Team in Elderly Care Law. Please depend on us. Do you know anything about trust? Under federal law, this trust protects your home and income from being subject to a Medicaid lien. Trust is like a different person, which has its own tax ID, and there is a special trust that can protect your financials. It's called Medicaid Asset Protection Trust. If you own a house, condominium or cooperative apartment, it should be transferred into a special protected trust. Under New York law, a trust is a legal entity that is in effect considered to be a separate person. Consequently, you no longer legally own any property placed in a trust. But you get to live in the home for the rest of your life, and nobody can force you to move. After you pass on, it will be transferred to your children or anyone else you name, and they will be eligible for significant tax benefits. With this procedure, Medicaid can't place a lien against your property. It's also shielded against claims from other future creditors. That's important because if you simply transferred the property to your kids outside of a trust, it could have legal exposure. Transfer your money, investments, and other assets to the same protected trust, or to your children or other relatives or friends. Once in their hands, they can use these assets to pay for goods and services for you. Transfers of your money or other assets will not incur any Medicaid penalty when you are applying for home care benefits. Also, these transfers will not be subject to tax. Let's talk about protecting your monthly income next. Every month, excess income over $862 is transferred to this pooled income trust. You simply write a check for the amount of the excess income and send it to the trust. You can then submit bills to be paid by the trust. The pooled income trust functions almost like a bill-paying service. Through the trust, excess income can be used to pay for food, clothing, monthly rent or mortgage, telephone, electricity, taxes, home repairs, all living expenses except medical premiums and medical bills. The trust charges a small monthly processing fee for the service. What this strategy accomplishes is to preserve your excess income. It enables you to pay your living expenses and maintain your lifestyle while you are receiving Medicaid coverage of home care. The benefits single person receive with this approach are the same quality of lifestyle and the benefit of Medicaid. Medicaid will pay for your care, and in most cases you'll hang on to all of your income and assets. Medicaid will also supplement any gaps in your Medicare or other medical insurance. That means you won't have large out-of-pocket expenses for medical care. Then, when you pass on, what you worked for your entire life can be given to your children and family members, instead of being used to reimburse a government agency. The more you preserve now, the greater amount there'll be to pay for your own necessities and luxuries, and eventually to leave to your heirs. For your financial safety, our elder law attorneys will develop a plan that anticipates the possibility of one or both of you eventually needing nursing home care. The trusts are structured to accommodate further planning in the event of either development. Of course, it may never happen, but if it does, you'll still be able to save at least some of your assets.